So do you work on your own rehab projects, or do you hire somebody to do the rehabs for you? What's up guys, Dan Cohan here, sitting in the house that I am funding the redevelopment on. And I just wanted to answer a quick question, especially as a new investor getting into doing a BRRRR property or any kind of fix and flip or rehab and rent, any kind of thing like that where you're buying a place that you're gonna have to put some work into to get it up to livable conditions. Now, a big question that I think most new investors ask when getting into this game is, do I do my own work, as in like, am I physically, installing windows, tearing out doors, installing floors, all that, stuff, or do I want to hire somebody to do that for me? Well, that is a question that you yourself have to answer. Depends a lot on your skills, what the best use of your time is financially, what your goals are, and actually how much money you have or what your budget is for a given project. Now, for me personally, and for me and my partner, we opted for hiring out the job to an experienced contractor. And some of you may say, oh, it's going to cost you so much money to have somebody do this. Well, you're not taking into account the time value of money for us and where the best use of our time is in terms of return. So, our goals with this place is purely investment. We want to try to flip this place and rent it out as fast as humanly possible. Hopefully, ideally within 4 to 5 weeks of purchase. And so if we were to try, we both have other full-time occupations that we're working on all the time. And for us to, work in the off hours or try to dedicate a substantial amount of time to doing the work here is really not the best use of our time. One, because we can do more elsewhere, and more importantly, probably, we don't even know what we're doing. We don't know we could probably figure out how to rehab a project and actually do the work, but it's not something that either of us are interested in or we want to spend the time on. So I would rather hire an experienced contractor or team of contractors to come in here and very quickly rehab the place and flip it, because they're going to do it a lot faster and a lot better than we ever could. And with that, we're going to get our money back out of the deal far quicker than if we try to do it ourselves. And we can take that money and reinvest it in another deal right after we get it done. So in essence, we're probably saving or going to be making a lot more money by hiring a contractor, because we'll be able to execute and finish more deals faster than if we tried to buy a deal and fix it ourselves. Now, for you, it may be a different story. I have other friends and people that may not have as much capital on hand, but they have a lot more personal skills where they can, do light rehab themselves. They have the time, tools, the skills to go in and do work. And with that, they can build in their own sweat equity in the deal. So, if you have very little money, but you have some skills, you have some tools, you have some time, you could get into a house or something like that for 3.5%, 5% down, and go ahead and do the rehabs yourself, flip the deal yourself, where it's not going to cost you out of pocket very much money, and you can build in that sweat equity. So that way you can then go and refinance it or sell it and pull out all that profit for yourself because you didn't have to pay anybody. Now that might be, a viable option, and actually your preferred option if maybe you don't have as much funds, but you have more time and skills. So it's just kind of, you have to assess where you're at. For me and my partner, it wasn't what we want to do. We're a little bit thankfully past that point where we have to, we're in a bind. But definitely if you're starting out, that may be a viable option. So for us, it's more worth it to hire contractors, get the best deals, find the best people for the best prices, do our due diligence, and have them do the work as opposed to us doing the work. But for you, you might be better off buying a place and doing your own work, building that sweat equity so you can get more funds and then you can buy more deals. Guys, if you like that, hit the like button down below, subscribe for more content, comment if you agree with me or disagree with me, and I will see you guys in the next chapter.